The flow of time. Pulling on the cosmic strings that make up zombies. Toying with things no mortal should ever even think about. But me, the great buffetsumms, I am the furthest thing from a mortal. I am the god of zombies, meaning I can do whatever I want, and I choose to break this game down just to see how fast I can truly go. Wow, wasn't that quite cinematic? I bet you didn't think you'd see that in a buffetsumms video. Well, neither did I, but here we are. And I grossly underestimated how hard the intro would make segueing into the actual video, so I'm just gonna say boom and clap my hands twice, and now we're on to the actual video, so enjoy. So, the challenge I've chose today is playing Call of Duty Zombies, but it just keeps getting faster. An idea I stole off Russian, made a video about, and now I'm stealing it off myself. I know, I'm very original. But how this challenge works is I'll be using this console command to change my game speed after every round. And when I did this originally, I chose the whoosh route and only increased my speed by 0.05. But I woke up today and put on my big boy pants, so I'm going to be doing a whole 0.1, which doesn't seem too fast, but that's double the progression I was getting last time. And I was going pretty fast in that video. And at any given time, my current speed will be indicated at the top corner of your screen. 1x meaning base speed, 1.5x meaning I'm 50% faster, and 2x meaning I'm twice as fast. I hope that's decent enough to follow along, but either way I feel like you're going to be able to tell when I start zooming across your screen. And this whole thing starts off on Call of the Dead, and as I said in my last video, the early rounds have nothing much going on. They're really just easy rounds for me to get through just to get to the hardest stuff. I mean, in all fairness, a zombie did hit me twice in a nanosecond, but it goes to show how useless my previous experience with this challenge is, with me just simply increasing the speed by an extra 0.05. So yeah, this will be fun. But I guess there is still some hope for me yet, because I learnt very quickly from that totally unavoidable death, and I brought the one perk designed for my playstyle. Good old Quick Revive. And with Quick Revive in a dream, I made it to the top of the boat, and that's when I purchased the MP40. And oh boy, even though I said this last time, it still stands. Seeing this gun shoot at a half decent rate of fire just makes my little cherry pit sized brain happy. Honestly, it almost made me forget that the zombies were already stupid fast, and they were already doing a light jog towards me. So yeah, it was pretty much over when they figured out how to run. And after enjoying the MP40 shooting as fast as it did, I realised that I'm not really allowed to have nice things. And well, I was pretty much out of ammo not long after buying it. But on the bright side, I had just brought Jug, but yet again, not allowed nice things, so now I was trapped in the Jug corner with no ammo. And that was the perfect time to be introduced to my first couple of runners. Just take a look. Alright, I'm buying Jug and just getting out of here. I don't really think I can. And I'm also nearly out of ammo. Look at... Nah. That is beyond ridiculous. Oh, I'm dead here. Thank God. And keep in mind, they're only going to get faster than this. And this was just pretty much their base speed. And just to put it in perspective, when I did this last, I was at round 12 when this speed hit. So yeah, I really just went into this blind with a healthy amount of false hope. But at least I made it out of there, even with it being as close as it was. But that traumatic event with the runners must have scrambled my brain, since I convinced myself that buying the M14 would be a solid purchase at this round, just to be immediately disappointed that it's a fire rate cap. And I am an M14er for life, but I'm not too proud to admit that the Olympia probably would have been a better purchase at this round, just with it being faster reload and all with the speed. But I guess in the end it didn't really matter what gun I brought, because I headed straight to my good old friend Mr. Box. And whilst I was rambling, I still don't really know what I was actually trying to say, this happened. I feel like buying stamina because it would just be funny. So at the end of the day, the only thing that's moving quick is... Like, I can't explain it. Like, I'm moving... Dude, how do I explain that? That's like a tough one, I guess. Oh crap. When I'm playing the game, everything else is technically moving slower. I just can't process it in my head. So stamina might actually help, because I'll be able to out... That is a ray gun first hit. While I was talking crap as well, so now I'm going to add all the crap that I was just saying into the video. Great. And yeah, I got a ray gun. All that awful box look from the Python video is finally coming round. Also, after contacting some language specialists and the top buffetsummerologists from around the globe, I've deciphered what I was trying to say in that clip. So, what past me was trying to get across was that even though the game looks crazy fast, the player character can only move so much faster than the zombies. So purchasing stamina up could help. I know, he's truly a misunderstood genius. Honestly, I should get a Nobel Prize for deciphering that shit. Well anyways, I now have a ray gun. And I'm only going, you know, faster than I've ever been going in the history of me ever doing this challenge. So honestly, I feel like getting the ray gun wasn't lucky. I feel like it was a requirement to keep this run alive. But clearly, my little brain couldn't handle such speeds, leading me to take it down in literal seconds. And now, I didn't have Jug. And that was just a huge problem because when I did have Jug, I was constantly getting hit 2 or 3 times whilst training. So yeah, it doesn't take a genius to put 2 and 2 together and realise where this is not so good for me. And not too long later, literally a minute later, my very saving grace became my undoing. With a combination of a zombie slap and the ray gun splash damage, it made me take yet another down. Yeah, this just wasn't going well for me. And plus, if I even looked in the water's direction, at this speed, my eyeballs would be frozen instantly, which is just awful to play, probably even worse to watch. Also, sneak attack, this taught me to take another down. We all know about back-to-back downs. They're all too common on this channel. But back-to-back downs? Yeah, that's just a new low for me. And now, I had no little safety blanket in the form of a quick revive. But honestly, this made me lock in and I got right back up, ran straight for Jug, which didn't really take long. I mean, it's the one plus side of this challenge. And then I brought Jug. But even with Jug, that only prevented about 10% of my possible deaths, since I can pretty much be insta-killed in any other scenario, so it only helped a little bit, but I'll take all the help I can get. But while we're all down in the dumps about your obviously favourite zombies YouTuber nearly failing yet another challenge, let's take a break, cheer ourselves up with some stupidly fast MPL ASMR. Enjoy. I know it's a waste of points, but I really need to know. Yeah, that is just ridiculous. How many seconds is that, dude? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's me counting quick as well for some goddamn reason. I think I'm just gonna hit the box. Are we all happy? Are we all cheered up? So I guess it's back to me being dumb then. And after my little box venture, I received some ballistic knives. And that made me think of a brilliant idea to knife a zombie at 2.2 times speed. And yeah, it was a jump scare. 2 out of 10, I wouldn't recommend it. And now we're at the point where I had to put everything into not losing focus. Because even though it was only twice the speed of normal, which doesn't seem too bad, but one slip up and that was it. But between you and me, it was just kind of pure luck whether or not I ran into a horde or not, so yeah, that's pretty much how it went. But unfortunately, I don't have much more to say about this run. And that's, well, because it ended. Since I was hitting the box to hopefully get the scavenger, also, by the way, I've never actually used the scavenger on Call of the Dead. I've just never received it. The game just hates me, I guess. But anyway, we're getting off topic. While hitting the box, I got the G11. And shooting it fast just activated a neuron in my brain so badly that I just lost focus of the game and died to the last zombie. G11 works. That doesn't even feel like... No, that's a hell of a way to go, I guess. And we finished that Call of the Dead game at 2.3 times speed, which is quick, but we can definitely go faster. And going into this, I've set myself the goal of getting at least 3 times speed. And no better map to do that on than good old Ascension. And this Ascension game starts off somewhat poetically, with me taking it down on round 4, just for me to realise that the console command I used to set my speed just didn't work. Basically meaning I took it down to a completely normal round 4 zombie. Yeah. I'm only bringing this up because if I didn't, its cookie was 100% gonna. Also, will there ever just be a buffetsumms video anymore where this guy doesn't weasel his way in somehow? I'm starting to think he's a sponsor of this channel. At this point, it's kind of like Caleb the Beast with that frozen USB guy, except its cookie doesn't pay me. I do this shit for free for some reason. Anyways, back to the challenge. And after fixing the speed, I went straight to, and you guessed it, the box, under the excuse of turning on power. And that's when I got the gun. My greatest fear, the destroyer of challenges, the crusher of souls. Alright, they're patched. Someone should have told past me that because it was like a jump scare for him. Oh, the heart attack I just had. I forgot they're patched. That was awful, man. I thought I just killed the run. And honestly, there's not too much I can say that I haven't already said in the Call of the Dead game, so I'm just going to skip until something interesting happens. So update, I have Quick Revive and Jug now. And we're now onto our first fast monkey round. And the monkey round went about as well as you expected it to go. And not because of the monkeys, because of my genius line of thinking. I decided that protecting Quick Revive would be my top priority, which is fair, no judgment so far. But I also wanted to see how fast they'd take Jug, which was going quite a bit slower than I thought it would. And then it clicked, I can just buy this door, protect Jug instead of losing it. Just for me to be too late, losing Jug, and I just spent the points I needed to rebuy Jug on that door. Yeah, some top tier gameplay right here. But luckily enough, I managed to rectify this fumble, clutching out the rest of the round with a lucky death machine, allowing me to buy Jug once again. And after buying Jug, I got the FAMAS out of the box, and if you thought the MPL sounded cool, just take a listen to this, and keep in mind we're going much slower than we did when we tested out that gun. Yeah, a lot of stupid satisfaction doing this. That sounded pretty cool, at least, well, I thought it did. And after that FAMAS and double points combo, I was left with a lot of points. And can you guess what I spent those points on? And honestly, I'm sick and tired of actually saying it, so yeah, I'm just gonna let Past Me do the talking here. Alright, I've just got 1,000,000 points now, I'm chilling. What to do with them though, eh? The box. And that was one of the top 10 plot twists of all time. I know. But my box venture didn't turn up anything noteworthy, so I decided to do something productive and start unlocking pack. And something I didn't expect was how quick the Lunar Lander ride would be. And yeah, it went pretty quick. And by round 10, I had fully unlocked Pack-a-Punch, and I can't really tell if the rocket launched any faster than normal, but there's a very good chance that it did and I'm just being dumb. But now I'm going to skip to round 13, and we're now officially at our current record doing this challenge. Also, I decided to pack my first gun on this round, and the gun that got the honour of my 5,000 points was the Spaz 12, since I'd only have a few seconds to get out of a bad spot, and this gun just fit that role perfectly. Also, I knew it reloaded super quick, but did anyone else know that the Spaz turns automatic after Pack-a-Punching it, because that was quite the pleasant surprise for me. Also, after packing the Spaz, I got the RPK out of the box, easily one of my favourite guns in zombies. Also, it was another perfect gun for this challenge, with the ammo pool being as large as it is. But even with two of the best guns for this challenge, honestly, I was struggling. I was getting constant red screens and just way too many close calls. It was just really hectic. The fact that I'm still alive is stupid. I deserve death there, and I'm live. I'm actually crazy. I'm just god at zombies apparently. And the only reason I survived that was because even though I take damage at a crazy rate of speed, I also heal just as fast. And if that wasn't the case, I wouldn't have even made it past round 10. But on the bright side, I can now pack my RPK, which was honestly the best decision I could have ever made, since the Spaz just wasn't getting enough use, and I was solely relying on this RPK. But things were just going a bit too well for me, obviously meaning that I messed up my train, had to run up this dreaded staircase, drop down, and then take a down. And this down was scary. I mean, you're seeing the gameplay, and all that without Jug was just a daunting thought. But somehow, I guess Past Me just went off script and just played his heart out, even making the same mistake that caused his down, and surviving it. And then he just barely clutched out the whole entire round. Yeah, I bet you wasn't expecting that in a buffetsumms video. And even more shocking than that, Past Me had made a plan ahead of time, and it worked out. Just honestly, just take a look. Actually, end the round. Change the timescale, buy quick revive if it's not a monkey round.
For personal space.
Alright, perfect. And now we just protect Jug. Who would have thought there were some coherent thoughts floating around in his little pea brain? Honestly, call it egotistical, but I'm proud of him. It's about time he did something that made sense. And after finishing that monkey round, I grabbed quick revive and I carried on. I grabbed quick revive and I carried on. I grabbed quick revive and I carried on. Honest to God, I knew it was too good to be true. Are we even surprised at this point? So now I'm voluntarily playing without quick revive, and I hope to God I notice before it's too late. And just so you know, I may have played this game, but as of writing the script, I can't remember any of it. So to find out what happens next, I'm actually watching my own live stream. So yeah, I don't know if this is what kills me or not. But luckily enough, I noticed my lack of quick revive and I brought it at the end of the round. Also, this is where I decided to get rid of the Spaz since it wasn't really doing all that much. And on my first hit of the box, I got the ray gun. Yeah, this run is looking good. And I don't care what I said before. This was truly the point where it was getting unreasonable. I mean, look at the gameplay. This is just ridiculous. Also, I thought this would be the perfect time to mess about. And I used the Matryoshkas, which luckily didn't kill me. But then I decided the fire sale was the most attractive drop known to man. And I needed it effective immediately. And yeah, this caused me to take it down. But then I went off script once again, surviving the round, allowing me to get another chance with all my perks. Honestly, I need to tell the guy who does my gameplay to dial it back a little bit. I need this to still be believable. But even with that second chance, I stood no hope against the next round. And about a minute in, I took my final down, ending this run. So now I gotta ask the question, can I beat COD Zombies but it keeps getting faster? I mean, yeah, kinda. I did pretty well. But just because that's the end of the run doesn't mean it's over for the video. Even though it probably should be, this is already the longest video I've ever made. But I decided after all of that to mess with the console commands, just to see how much I can get away with. Also, this next segment will be live commentary since I've been asked a lot more to put it into my videos. So yeah, enjoy. Alright, let's see how I handle 10 times speed then. I don't see this going well. Oh my god. That is beyond ridiculous. Oh! 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 No way! There's no way. I'm definitely trying that again. Oh, there we go. We have landed. Oh, they just... Oh, I might have to crouch. Jesus. Dude, it's round 2 already! No way! One more try. One more try. I have to do that one more time. This is the time to determine whether or not I'm the zombies god. I just need to know that when round 2 starts, like as soon as I hear that music, the zombies are on me. Oh yeah, I need to really remember that. Even though it's round 1. Alright, damn. Alright. Focus up, focus up, focus up. No! Alright, it's safe to say that is impossible. But there is something I have noticed. I'm actually going to wait to land before I activate it. Alright, let's land first. I noticed this a minute ago. I've not tried it yet, and I'm curious on whether or not it's going to work, so let's wait for some zombies to get in. No, let's use our godly powers. Let's get these zombies in quicker. Alright, so we have some zombies in here now. If you noticed, when I go towards the timescale console command, you will see something. Right here at the bottom. Do I have a mouse? No, just imagine I'm pointing a mouse. But if you look at the bottom, it says any number from 0.001 to... Is that... I thought the max was 10. Alright, we're trying that first. I don't care. How many zeros is that? 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought the max was 10. I'm actually... Do I... I think just to make this not a glorified insta-death. Hey, it's future buffetsumms. I always have this dilemma whenever I'm cutting into a bit of a video. For this next segment, I wouldn't look if you have epilepsy or if you just have eyeballs and you don't want them to hurt, because it just looks awful. So yeah, that is your warning. I don't know what timestamp to skip to, so I'm just going to add it in post. Woo, here's the number. Yeah, so skip to that if this like affects you in any way. But yeah, enjoy. Alright, we are on speed 10 million. I'm gonna be real. This feels no different from 10 times speed. Alright, that is insane. How many rounds can I get through just sitting in the corner? Oh, look at this beautiful gameplay. You guys enjoying it? Oh, so great. How quick can I drink a perk? Oh, instantly. It's just constant thingy thing going off, and then... Nah, this is awful. This is AIDS. Alright, I need to get out of this corner. Oh, look at me go. You know what? How fast does the MP5 shoot on this? That is a noise and a half. Just listen to this. That is beautiful, don't you think? Oh, they don't stand a chance. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Oh, don't worry. Just, we'll just insta-knife them all. Alright, there's one thing I really wanted to see. If these guys will allow me. Alright. Let's actually try and avoid getting trapped in a corner here. Alright, which I think is impossible. And now I'm officially in the stage where I can't knife. Alright, that is 8. Let's admit that. So I'm going to restart. Future me here again, and I'm sorry that you had to watch that. I mean, even editing it just made me feel so sick to watch. But this next segment, and I'm sorry to say this, is not epilepsy friendly either. But it's not as bad on the eyeballs if you were able to watch that last segment. There's just a few bits in it where it's quite flashy, so yeah, I wouldn't watch that bit either. I'm sorry to all the people with epilepsy, you're just going to have to pretty much skip to the outro. Alright, now we're going to do what I was originally going to show you. So, we type in timescale. And as I might have already revealed it. Oh, I do have a mouse. Okay, I was just dumb before. So, you see how it says 0.01 to the crazy number. We're going to try at 0.01. I just really want to see what this game looks like in slow motion. And it's done. Let's see this. It broke. Alright, yeah, okay. Oh, but it is in slow motion, in all fairness. This is horrible. What about the mouse? Is the mouse any better? Alright, the mouse is 10 times better. This is just the campaign, any slow-mo shots. Can I even move? Oh, I made the mistake of going back on the controller. Alright, I guess I'm just going to mouse and keyboard this bit. I just want to buy a perk in slow motion at least. I forgot it's on controller. Have I brought it yet? Like, this is stupidly slow. Jesus. Stark contrast to what we've been doing this whole time. I'm holding X. This just does not... Well, F? Oh, something's happening. Alright, you ready to see this beautiful handcrafted animation? Okay. The liquid doesn't move. Whack animation. They didn't even try. Crap game. 0 out of 10. Can we see the bottle smash? No. As I said, 10-10. I mean, whack game. 0 out of 10. I don't like that it's broke my sensitivity. Alright. I'm pretty sure that is all I have to show. And I hope you enjoyed that little bit of live commentary. Obviously, I'm not too good at it yet, but it's up to you guys whether or not you liked it and you actually want to see more of that style of content. So if you do, just let me know in the comments. But now, it's time for the outro. Time for me to go off script and just talk to you guys for a little bit. And oh boy, was that a long video. But I actually had a ton of fun making this, hence the reason it's so long. But if you actually made it to the end of this over 20-minute long video, thank you. It can't be easy to hear me talking for that long. Also, I'm noticing quite a few people want to see me do a high round with just the Remington. And that video is coming. I just made this video to space it out from the Python one, since they're pretty similar. But also, if you want to see any other challenges, just let me know in the comments. And obviously, if you like this video, subscribe. It will help me a lot in doing this full time. But I guess, other than that, see ya.